Hi, I'm Spencer with SiteCams. I want to tell you a little bit about what we do. Our real goal is to help builders and project managers enable remote job site management. So we provide a subscription-based camera system that helps you keep an eye on things. Most of our clients are finding that they are saving drives to job sites at least multiple times a week, some several times a day, just to check the little things. And here's some pictures that kind of represent some places that are products being used. Some people are putting them inside homes, outside homes to keep an eye on equipment, but generally used for just kind of keeping an eye on who's there and what they're up to. And obviously, you know, the security element, if something's captured and can be used to help, it's always good, but it's just nice to have more eyes on site. Brief little intro into kind of who we are as a team. This is the core team. Myself and Ben started the company. We come from a background in construction, AV, IT, security, and then Randy comes from a media background and a videography company. And so we really just saw a need in the industry, and want to tell you a little bit about how we address it. So we all know, I mean, the real tough part for builders is how can you be at all your sites at once? And the reality is you have to go on site. But do you have to go on site every time? Do you have to go on site, and can you go on site enough? And so what we found is our builders are really liking the ability to just put eyes on the site multiple times a day. You've got really complex projects. You've got a lot of site conditions and personnel just to kind of keep track of and be aware of. And being able to keep an eye on that remotely is being found to be really beneficial. So some ways our clients are using it, just kind of generally keep an eye on who's there, the condition of the site, major equipment when you have it rented or when somebody's using it. If there's an incident with it, it's always nice to have a little video to back it up. And then, specific tool and, appliances, those kind of things inside the house even, we're having people utilize multiple cameras for. All web-based, so the software is super easy to use. Everything we send you is pre-configured, so it comes in a box. You never open it up. You mount it on a pole or set it on the shelf and plug it into power. And everything else is web-based, and so it's username and password. There's no text set up for you, none of that. So the way that works is our software can work on any device because it's all web-based. So we recommend that you save a link to that on your home screen. It shows up just like an app would on your phone. So it's a one-click thing, and it opens right up to your dashboard. And on your dashboard, it'll show all your sites. You can filter it if you'd like to, but you just kind of scroll through, and you always are going to have the last picture taken. So it takes a picture every 30 minutes on its own, and those are all stored in the cloud and accessible through the web software. And then anytime you go on there, there's a refresh button. You can get a live pic anytime you want, as often as you want. And those are also stored for, for future use. And then if you ever have an incident and need to see video, it also records on the device. So, we talked to builders and project managers and identified, sort of the need for obviously the security element, but also just, hey, can I do this a little differently, right? Can I keep an eye on my sites without having to always go there? And the feedback was amazing at how many times a day they're going to a site just to make sure somebody closed a gate or the doors are shut. Just simple things that they just need eyes on site, and they're able to do that, with a camera system. So some other options out there, you could kind of do the DIY option, buy an off-the-shelf product that is cell-based, or try to get internet set up. A lot of those are not surviving. We're seeing a lot of competitors that just don't really survive on job sites. They're not really built for that environment. And you're tied to the product and you're tied to their software. The other one is most of those are going to be live video, which has mixed results over cellular connections. And our clients found that it just wasn't a good solution for them. The other option is products that are made for really big commercial projects that, compared to most light commercial or residential to custom residential projects, just have more bandwidth for paying for those features, right? And we're talking the trailer type products, and they're great products, but we've got a little breakdown that shows kind of what that comes with from a price perspective. If you don't need all the features. So Some of the big ways that we try to, kind of be different and really just be an easy solution for the builders is everything that we do is based on feedback from builders. So we're a subscription-based lease solution. So we bill monthly, just like your roll-off dumpster, your porta potty, your fence, all that. We just want to fit right into the way you do business. It's a construction-grade product, but it's really not about the hardware, right? So it's, if something gets damaged or something else, it's a minimal cost thing to get that fixed and back up live. And we don't expect you to do tech work, right? So if it's not working on site and a few troubleshooting things, usually it's power, don't fix it, then we'll ship you a new one, because the whole thing is we want that to be a method for you to get access to your site. And then the software is specifically made for it to work easily across multiple devices and over a cellular network. I mean, the real key here is that most job sites, that's a limitation. Whether it's you have good cell service or not, live video struggles over cellular connections. And so we just want to make it easy. Then for the commercial side, it's a bigger commitment. You're buying a product, and then in a lot of cases, I've got a breakdown here. So like the TrueLooks, the eCams on sites, it's a big initial investment, but it's also a big monthly investment. And so there's some cool features there. And if it's a project that, can sort of stomach that in the budget and the features make sense, I've got, no problem with those products. But the reality is, for most of our residential builders, custom residential builders, and like commercial, it's just not a good solution. And on the DIY side, the builders just don't want to be tech people, right? And those solutions, not only do you have to own it, do you have to deal with it, but then also it's just not made for this use. So they don't do as well for multiple sites, and it's just kind of a different way of doing it. It's not really built for this use, where we try to fit for our builders. So we love feedback, would love to get your input on that. So here's the process. So when you want a new camera, you go to our website, you see the options, you lease it, and we pre-configure everything. So you give us, what site it's going to, and we put it into your dashboard. And when we ship it, you're going to see your site show up on your dashboard and with the test picture. And then when it arrives, it comes in a box, you mount it and plug it into power. And that's really the extent of the install process. You can aim the camera, simply by kind of spinning it if it's right. And then we've got, more tutorials on, actually aiming it more fine detail wise if you want to really catch something specific, and it's all pretty straightforward. So our current offerings, we have a single camera option, it's $119 a month. We have a dual camera, it's $159 a month, and it includes everything. So that's the subscription for the hardware, that is the access to the software, and all of the data plan. So there's no other sort of parts or pieces there. In the future, we have some things that may come out where, if it's valuable to you, you could add those. But for the core service, what you see is exactly what it is. Little details into the features, kind of how the product works. We try to keep it pretty simple so that, it just works, as reliability is kind of the big win here. So it automatically takes pictures every 30 minutes. I think I mentioned that it's stored in the cloud, available on any of your devices. And then it records on device the video. So 24/7, you're not really in motion events. So it's more likely you're going to catch something, and then if you have an incident, just let us know and we'll help you retrieve that video before it, expires in there. Some coming things that we would love feedback on, places that our builders are telling us, hey, this could be a neat one, help me monitor my site. Some sensors if you want to know if people are in certain places, whether it be motion or beam, tracking if you want some asset tracking tied to the camera, and the ability to take notes on a job site or on a picture to send directly to subs or clients. And really the feedback for us from the builders has been, I just need them on all my sites, because if I can save the drive and I can catch that, a prerequisite occurred today and I can go ahead and schedule somebody for tomorrow, I can just do better. And so we've got a lot of builders that are really happy. Be happy to put you in touch with them if you'd like to talk to somebody who's used the product. And we can send you a demo link, if you want to dive in and get a feel for it. But thank you for your time, and I look forward to talking to you.